Well, good morning. Thank you for joining me as we're continuing the study on the seven churches. And here is Jesus talking about the church at Ephesus. And we can call the church at Ephesus the church that abandoned its first love. Or you may have heard it in the past, the church that left its first love or lost its first love. He says, I know your works. Speaking to this church at Ephesus, I know your works, your toil. So they were working. They were toiling, and your patient endurance. That's something we need to have. And especially when things are difficult in our lives, we need patient endurance. Not just endurance, but here he's saying patient endurance. Be patient and endure. And some of you may be going through some tough times right now, and you need that. You need, God, I need to endure this. God, I need patience. Help me to endure this. He says, how you cannot bear with those who are evil. You cannot bear with those who are evil. And many times we're up against evil forces. They're individuals who are evil, individuals who are wicked, who will come against you in your life and come against the church also. He says, but have tested those who call themselves apostles and are not. You have tested those who call themselves apostles and are not, and found them to be false. So here's a clue here for us as individuals and as a church collectively. We need, don't, because someone shows up and they say, well, I'm an apostle, or I'm a prophet, I'm so and so, that we need to just take them at their word. Now today we can easily go into to YouTube or Facebook, and we can listen to people as they talk, look at what they post, and listen to their videos as they preach, and we can begin to pick out, okay, well, this guy is off here and there's some false teaching going on there, and not be a part of that. But here he's saying you have tested. And John in the book of First John, he's saying that we need to test the spirits to see whether test the spirits to see whether they be of God. And they were doing that. You cannot bear, you have tested those who call themselves apostles and are not, and you found them to be false. Unfortunately, in the world we're living in the time we're living in today, we've got to keep our ear out. We've got to keep an eye out to detect false doctrine, false apostles, false teachers, false prophets. The church is moving very quickly into apostasy. But the true church is also rising up. Warriors are also rising up. Men and women, young people are also rising up. And God is laying his hand upon lives and saying, you are my chosen one. I'm calling you to preach, to teach, to work for me, to pray, to intercede. And God is stirring up hearts, men and women who love him and who would seek him. Now, the only way we can recognize a false prophet, a false teacher, is when we know the word of God ourselves, and we are led by the Spirit of God. You have found them to be false. I'm going to end there today, and then next week we'll continue talking about the church of Ephesus. God bless you.